Good evening, fellow Toastmasters in the room.
Good evening.
Starting off with the business session for today's meeting. The first and the most pressing announcement that I have for today's business session is about the renewals for the next 6 months. And today is the 30th of September, and literally tonight, 12 p.m. 12 a.m. is the last time to renew your membership, and the renewal amount is 930 rupees per month, which is 5580 for 6 months. And once the amount is transferred, you will have to share a screenshot with the treasurer, Toastmaster Sai Snell, and the vice president membership, Toastmaster Sindhushil. And please note that e-transfers are preferred, and if you have been waiting this long to renew your membership, please know that we are in the end game, as they say in the movie Avengers. So it is now or never. With that, I'll hand it over to the Vice President Education for her announcement.
A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters. So for the next week, MC role has been taken up by Toastmaster Raja, and the 2 speech slots have been booked by Toastmaster Latha and Toastmaster Rachana. Rest all other roles are open, so I request the members to take up the roles and let me know which role you are taking up. Back to you.
May I ask one question? How many are in the waiting for slot times for the project speeches?
No, sir.
Everybody has been cleared?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jyothi mama.
Another person also said that we don't have a time slot in our club.
No, sir, no. For this month, nothing I have pre-booked or anything as such. Yeah.
Okay.
Only for
So
next week.
if there's a backlog, like we have to solve that problem.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for 2 months.
See, that's what happens. So the project speeches, if they are given slot, then only the progress takes place.
Yeah.
Another point I would like to raise in the public, that is our EC members are not giving project speeches. Literally none. And the club is run on the benchmark set by them, any club. So please ensure that EC members are giving speeches. Okay.
Thank you for that, sir. With that, we can conclude the business session. I hand the charge over to the sergeant.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Until the age of 18, I was stuck using my mother's phone. I got my own phone when I turned 18. So till then, my exposure to social media was very limited compared to my peers. So you can imagine the excitement I had when I got my first phone, my first Instagram, my first Twitter, and even my first WhatsApp. As a result of this newfound social media addiction I found myself using my phone for hours together every day. And I would make excuses for myself saying, oh, you've never had this before. You'll get over it in some time. It's okay. I did not get over it in some time. Actually, I didn't get over it at all. And when it started encroaching into my studies, that's when I decided to draw a line and do some friction fixing. Now, in workspace terms, friction fixing is basically implementing changes to make the right things easier and to make the wrong things harder to do. So, what did I do to fix this addiction of mine? I installed this app that lets me set usage limits on all my other apps. So now I could only use social media for 30 minutes a day. And I installed this other app called Forest, which lets you set a timer, and basically there's an option that blocks the use of all apps until the time has run out. So I used to use that to track my studies. I've been using these 2 apps for over 2 years now, and now I finally find myself at a place where I don't reach for social media apps instantly when I unlock my phone. And I find that I don't want to open them even. Like, I realize that it's a waste of my time and I can be doing much better things with it. So, now coming to our club, obviously in any setting there's always friction that happens, there's always things that can be improved, and one person who is fully dedicated to our club and fixing any friction that happens here is our president. He is an MCom graduate from Jain University, who loves playing sports like cricket and badminton. He loves reading crime and thriller novels, and he's a very passionate quizzer. So, with a huge round of applause, please welcome our President Toastmaster Shreya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shreya, for that introduction. A very good evening to my fellow Toastmasters in the room. We do not have any guests in the room, so let us straight away get to having the minutes of meeting read out of the previous 2 meetings from our Secretary, Toastmaster Latha.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Here are the minutes of meeting number 1283, which was held on 23rd September 2024. The club contest started at 6:39 p.m. with President Toastmaster Shivaprasad welcoming the members and handing the charge to contest chair Toastmaster Pavani CR. The following were the role takers for the contest. Role: Chief Judge Subramaniam V, Sergeant at Arms K Prabhakara and Mamta B, Timer U Bhat and Anantram, Tally Counter Jia Jain and Bhavna Holla, Contest Master for Table Topic Contest Pavani CR, Contest Master for Evaluation Contest Shreya. The contest chair Toastmaster Pavani declared the club contest open. The Table Topics Contest was conducted by Contest Master Toastmaster Pavani CR and had the following contestants. Contestant number 1 Sindhushri, contestant number 2 Apoorva, contestant number 3 Veerabhadrappa, contestant number 4 Madhusudan, contestant number 5 Gajendra, contestant number 6 Jyothi, contestant number 7 Akshay, contestant number 8 Raja, contestant number 9 Sakshi, contestant number 10 Chetan, contestant number 11 Shivaprasad, contestant number 12 Mohnish, contestant number 13 Latha, contestant number 14 Shubha, and contestant number 15 Saketh. The evaluation contest was conducted by Contest Master Toastmaster Shreya and had the following contestants. Contestant number 1 Shivaprasad, contestant number 2 Chetan, contestant number 3 Raja, contestant number 4 Mohnish, contestant number 5 Jyothi, contestant number 6 Latha, contestant number 7 Rachana, contestant number 8 Sindhushri, contestant number 9 Apoorva, contestant number 10 Gajendra, contestant number 11 Saketh. The winners of the table topic contest were: first place Shivaprasad, contestant second place Raja, third place Chetan. The winners of the evaluation contest were: first place Raja, second place Shivaprasad, third place Sindhushri. The president closed the contest at 10:10 p.m., which was followed by the national anthem. Here are the minutes of meeting number 1282, which was held on 16th September 2024. Theme: Artificial Intelligence. Word of the week: Authentic. The business session started at 6:20 p.m. and was chaired by President Toastmaster Shivaprasad. In the business session, the following points were addressed. President Toastmaster Shivaprasad, on behalf of Vice President Education, Toastmaster Pavani informed the club about the upcoming club contest to be held on 23rd September 2024. Everyone was requested to participate. The last date to send the entries was 18th September 2024. President Toastmaster Shivaprasad, on behalf of Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Sindhu, informed the club about the membership renewals for the period October 2024 to March 2025 and requested all the members to renew their membership before 30th September 2024. The regular meeting started at 6:22 p.m. Acting Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Chetan started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and later handed over the charge to President Toastmaster Shivaprasad. President Toastmaster Shivaprasad opened the meeting, spoke on the theme and introduced the Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa. Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa spoke on the theme and introduced the following role takers for the day. Timer Toastmaster Jia, R Counter Toastmaster Latha, Primary Toastmaster Vaishnavi, PP Evaluator DTM K Prabhakara. The prepared speech session had the following speakers. Toastmaster Bhavna attempting her level 1 project 1, Evaluator Toastmaster Jyothi. Speaker number 2 Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa GS attempting level 1 project 2, Evaluator Toastmaster Prashanth. Speaker number 3 Toastmaster Shreya attempting her level 2 project 3, Evaluator Toastmaster Apoorva. The table topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Mohnish Harish and had totally 8 speakers. The general evaluation was conducted by DTM U Bhat and the winners of the week were feedback speaker, Toastmaster Bhavna. Best evaluator, Toastmaster Chetan. Best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Gajendra. Best role taker for TAPG, Toastmaster Vaishnavi. Best role taker for MTG, DTM U Bhat. The president closed the meeting at 8:37 p.m., which was closed by the national anthem. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Latha, for reading out the minutes of both the previous meetings. Are there any changes proposed to the minutes of the previous meetings? If not, I shall consider them as accepted and open meeting number 1284. Now, give me a raise of hands if you come to Mekon Limited this evening by walk or by metro. Okay, quite a few people. I'm assuming the rest of you who didn't raise your hands, you've come here by some means of road transport. And as all of you do know, without the friction between the wheels of the vehicle that brought you here and the road underneath, none of us would have safely reached Mekon Limited. My fellow Toastmasters, that is how important friction is. That is how important those little grooves on the wheels of the tires are. Whether you're driving on the road or you're giving a speech in public. Let me explain. It was more than just about a year since I joined Toastmasters, and most people in the club knew me, my speaking style, etc. And along came the humorous speech contest. And I prepared a humorous speech, delivered my speech, and it was a total hit in the club. I had about 4 or 5 high moments in the speech where I expected the audience to laugh. The audience did exceedingly well. And even to this day, people remember me by that speech. And what I attribute it to is something called friction. The content of my speech reaching the audience's hearts. If my content is like the wheel, the audience's heart is like the road. It stuck well. I was on cloud 9. I did very well on that speech. I am a very good humorous speaker, right? About 2 or 3 weeks later comes up another humorous speech contest in another Toastmasters club in the same city, Bangalore. And my club mates encourage me, Shiva, you already have a nice speech. Go ahead and give that speech there also. So I'm all pumped up. I prepare that speech. And this was a newer club, not as old as ours. And it was a corporate club. A lot of people there were, they had come to Bangalore for work, unlike people here who are mostly local. So I go there with my speech and I deliver it. And I have a very weird feeling. The audience seems to be liminal in their approach. They were laughing, but not at my jokes, at my actions on stage. They didn't seem to get everything that I was saying. It was not working out well. And to my dismay, once I was done speaking, came another speaker. He was a member of that club. And I'm not making this up, he was literally delivering WhatsApp jokes. Ma'am, I'm standing outside the class. Why? Because you're an outstanding student. And the audience is cracking up. I said the audience is stupid, my speech was very good. Little did I know that it was not the audience's stupidity, but the lack of friction between my content and the relatability to the audience, or the way to their heart, the road to their heart. I should have learned my lesson here and stopped. Not done yet. A few months later comes a demo meeting. A demo meeting is a Toastmasters meeting for the very first time at a new location, at a corporate or a college. So these people have no idea how a Toastmasters meeting works. And on that day, somebody had to be the speaker. I was a speaker. And what speech do I decide to give? My humorous speech. I'm going to blow the audience away today. And I kid you not, those 7 minutes on stage were the loneliest 7 minutes ever. The audience was staring at me wide-eyed. What is he doing? Are we supposed to laugh? They were taken aback. And on that day, again, I'm not kidding, then the general evaluation session came up. The general evaluator made the audience laugh a lot more than my speech. It was none other than DTM MU Bhat here. And the hard way, please come, please. Please have a seat, please. And I learned a lesson the hard way on that day. That your speech needs to contain something called friction. You go on YouTube, you look at any public speaking coach, aspiring public speaking coach, they'll tell you how to craft a nice speech. They'll tell you the first thing, know your audience. why you're speaking to them, what you're going to speak, their age, and the time when you're speaking to them, etc. I thought one speech fits all, and I was destroyed. Fellow Toastmasters, that is how important friction is when you're delivering a speech. And just like those grooves or those ups and downs that a tire has when it's going on the road, your speech too needs to have those grooves. Your speech too needs to have those ups and downs, those twists and comebacks, so that it relates well to your audience. And that is how important friction is when you're delivering a public speech. With that, let me introduce a person I'm sure who is always engaged in fixing the friction up in his workplace, because he literally works as the CEO of Messrs. Log Us Business Systems India Private Limited. And this is a company that provides end-to-end IT infrastructure services to businesses. And he enjoys music and traveling, and it is his dream to make Log Us into a big corporate company. Wishing him all the best for that and for his performance today. Let us welcome our Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Prashanth.
Thank you, President, for that fantastic introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters, and welcome guests.
Good evening.
Dr. Melinda Aston was the Chief Quality Officer at Hawaii Healthcare, was mighty disappointed because the nurse and doctor there spending a lot of time on updating the electronic records rather than spending time with the patients in providing better treatment. The electronic record system was becoming very complex and time consuming for the nurse and doctors to update. So, like if nobody is going to help, Dr. Melinda decided that we will fix it. So, she formed a team called Friction Fixers. She just called her assistant nurses and doctor and launched a program called GRAS, which basically stands for Get Rid of Any Stupid Stuff. With one call, the entire team contributed with about 188 nominations. With that, 88 were implemented successfully. With that, they were able to kind of, save significant amount of time. This earlier electronic record system, it was so daunting that the nurses who were engaged in taking care of the newly born had to spend multiple mouse clicks just to change one diaper. So with these improvements in place, it significantly improved their time, and the doctors and nurses were able to, spend more time on the treatment and, care for the patients. So, way back in 1924, Ralph C. Smedley started this Toastmaster movement. This was basically launched to help people to build their leadership skills, like these friction fixers, and public speaking. started with just one club with few members. Today it has more than 270,000 members with 14,200 clubs and presence in 148 countries. So to run this meeting, I have few role takers called TAPG. I request individual role takers to give a brief introduction about their role as I call them. So let me start with timer Toastmaster Rachana.
Good evening, everyone. As your timer, I will be timing different portions of the meeting today. So I'll be timing the speeches, the prepared speeches, the evaluations, and the table topics. For the speeches, they usually run from 5 to 7 minutes. And so at the 5-minute mark, I will alert you with the green flag. At the 6-minute mark, the yellow flag. And at the 7-minute mark, the red flag. For evaluation, they usually run from 2 to 3 minutes. So at the 2-minute mark, up goes the green. At the 2-minute and 30-minute mark, the yellow. And at the 3-minute mark, the red. The table topics run from 1 to 2 minutes. So it's the same routine. Green at 1, 1.5, yellow, and 2 red. If you do exceed your time limit, you can go on for 30 seconds, but anything more than that, you won't be eligible for a ribbon. And I'll keep my red flag up all the time after the 2 or the 3 or the 7-minute mark is exceeded. I'll give my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is our counter Toastmaster Latha.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening. Good evening.
Basically, actually, pauses like this is what I'm going to look with every speech what you guys are going to speak, with every sentence what you guys are going to speak. So be careful before you talk, make up your sentences, structure your sentences, and at the end of the day, at the end of the meeting, I'll read the report. Thank you.
Thank you. PP Evaluator Toastmaster Pavani.
A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So, as the parliamentary procedure evaluator, I'll observe the following. Please refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics. Enter and exit only during applause, and avoid crosstalks. And please put your phones on silent mode. I'll give my evaluation during general evaluation. Back to you.
Thank you. Grammarian Toastmaster Akshay.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to keep check on the language spoken by the speaker, like the making note of good usages and not so good usages spoken by any of the speaker. And it is also my responsibility to introduce you to the word of the week. The word of the week is liminal. The meaning of the word is occupying a position at or on both sides of a boundary. Usage: entering my contest was a liminal moment, marking the shift from novice to confident speaker. And it is also my responsibility to keep a note of number of times a speaker uses the word of the day. I'll give my report and call down. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. For the benefit of the guest, I would like to explain a typical, Toastmaster meeting sessions, which basically consists of 3 sessions. First is the prepared speech session, second is the table topic session, and third is the evaluation session. So prepared speech session is, wherein a speaker, he'll come and speak on a topic based on the guidelines for 5 to 7 minutes. Second, the table topic session is, a topic is assigned randomly to the, members, wherein they are supposed to come and speak on the topic for a minute or 2. The third session is evaluation session, where the entire proceedings of the meetings are evaluated. So let's now begin our first session, which is the prepared speech session. Okay, so the first speaker is attempting level 1 project 3. I request the individual evaluator Toastmaster Saketh to provide the guidelines.
The purpose statement. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Notes for the evaluator. The member completing this project has spent time researching a topic. He or she may be speaking about a new topic or a known topic on a deeper level. About the speech, the member will present a well-organized, well-delivered speech. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. The speech content and style should work well together. This project is not a report on the content of researching and presenting project. All the best to the speaker. Thank you.
This speaker has been a corporate insurance professional for the last 14 years. He is currently the Vice President at Prudent Insurance Brokers. His hobbies are like investing in capital and derivative markets. Please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Arundas.
What if I told you that the very thing making your heart race and your palms sweat before a speech is actually a secret weapon? It's not your enemy, but a built-in performance booster. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. People fear public speaking more than death. It sounds crazy, right? But it's true. In a research conducted by National Institute of Mental Health, found that 75% of the people who participated for this research rated public speaking as number 1 more than death. And 7% of adults in this survey find it extremely difficult when they stand up on a stage. They face dry mouth, nausea, and extreme heart race, and even change in vision. I'm not different. I've been afraid of stage, and that's one reason I joined Toastmasters. And fortunately, this project, what I'm working currently, demands me to research and present a topic which I'm not already familiar with. So what better topic to choose than stage fright? So during my research, I learned the science behind stage fright and also some history too. So let's first understand the history of stage fright. So let me ask you a question first. What do you think is the first living organism in the evolution? First living thing in the world?
Some planktons.
I think
Very
cockroach.
close. Actually, that's right, yeah. It's actually a single cell organism. So what do you think would be the biggest worry of a single cell organism? It's actually survival, right? It's survival. So whenever it encounters a predator, there are only two choices. Fight and eat the predator, or the predator will eat it, right? There is only two choices. That's where the fight or flight response is hardwired in our brain, right? This single cell organism would have had some form of brain, right? Over time, it evolved with multiple layers and with complex structures like our brain today, right? So there is a recent article published by Harvard Health Publishing. So they've actually explained how our brain functions to a stressful event like a stage fright. So basically, we need to understand our brain, the structure of our brain. So there is the core component called amygdala, then comes the first layer, hypothalamus, then comes the last layer, what we see outside, cerebral cortex. So amygdala is basically, it's like a CPU, like processing center. Instead of data, it processes emotions, right? And whenever there is a stressful event, amygdala sends signal to hypothalamus. And hypothalamus is actually a command center. It sends signal to the body, to the nervous system, and prepare the person to fight or flee, right? And how does hypothalamus does this? Hypothalamus basically use certain chemicals, basically hormones, you would have heard of cortisol, adrenaline, growth hormone, and there are various other hormones. Basically, all these hormones supplement the functioning of cortisol and adrenaline. What do cortisol do? It's basically use your blood sugar and blood glucose and convert it to blood sugar. Sorry. And adrenaline, when it comes, it basically increases your heart rate, blood pressure, and energy levels. Right? So ultimately, what these chemicals do is basically prepare your body with so much of energy, so the person has the energy to fight or flight. So let's understand what happens when we step onto stage, right? So there are various trigger points. When somebody steps onto the stage, there are multiple trigger points. One, of course, when somebody new, they are very self-conscious, right? And there are so many eyes looking at a time, right? And again, sometimes psychological fears, fear of failure, fear of people going to judge, lack of preparation, all of these are trigger points. So amygdala, what it does is basically, it do not wait. Unfortunately, amygdala cannot differentiate a stage or a predator. So the response to both are same. Basically, amygdala immediately signal to the commanding center, hypothalamus, and the hypothalamus alert the body. So when there is a lot of energy pumped into the body, to an extent one cannot handle it. That is one reason people who are new to public speaking find it extremely difficult. They find it extremely difficult. There is so much of energy, they are not able to use it well. And people who are experienced are actually able to channelize this energy to their advantage and perform it, right? And let's understand how can we use it for our advantage. So fight and flight, right? These two responses have different effect. When it comes to flying, basically the brain shut down. And basically the entire energy is pumped to the body to basically run away from the situation. So first thing we have to do is we have to convince our brain we are not going to fly, we are going to fight. This fight, and again this fight we are going to win. That is the first message we're going to do, and there are certain techniques you can use as well. So first thing, tell your brain you are not nervous. You're not nervous, you're excited. You're excited about this. Actually, if you see the symptoms for excitement and nervousness both are same. You will have palms sweating, heart race, all this will be there, and all the symptoms what you see for a nervous person and excitement person, it will be the same. So we can't really differentiate an excited or different. So basically you tell yourself you are excited about it. And then basically you can move around of course. You can move and consume this extra energy what you have, right? And another thing what you can do is, before the speech, you can do some workout. Basically you can do some push-ups, you can do some plank, or you can do whatever possible. And if nothing is possible, try to take some, climb some stairs or go for some walk, whatever possible. And another important thing, what you can do is you can actually have a smile always on your face. So in front of a predator, I'm sure nobody will smile at the predator, right? And similarly, you can actually take a deep breath. A deep breath is basically in front of a lion. Imagine if you are in front of a lion, and I don't think you will take a deep breath looking at the lion, right? So that's another thing you can do. And always see, another important thing is you can use a body language to your advantage. So you can have a very wide body posture. Basically, this is actually present in the animal world as well. You see, basically, animals try to show off and try to pretend they are big, so that the predator fly. They try to show off. So take wide body postures, right? And try to use as much space as possible in the stage. And ultimately shift your focus to your audience. That's basically take away the entire self-consciousness and you're able to engage more with your audience, right? So that's about it. Next time when the fear is sitting in, remember it's not fear, it's basically your body getting ready to shine better. Embrace that extra energy, let it fuel your success on stage. Thank you, and back to the master.
That was a wonderful speech by Arundas. So let's move on to the second speaker now. The second speaker is giving his level 1 project 3. I request the individual evaluator DTM K Prabhakara to read out the guidelines.
The purpose statement of this speech is, purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance a speech. Notes to the evaluator, that's me. During the completion of this project, the member has spent time learning about and practicing their body language, including gestures and other non-verbal communication, along with their vocal variety, including pace, tone, pitch, and volume. About this speech, the member will present a well-organized speech on any topic. Watch for the member's awareness of their intentional and unintentional movement and body language. Note, distracting movements as well as movements that enhance the speech. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. Use this evaluation for speakers who have indicated that they want to be evaluated on body language or body language and vocal variety. If the member has indicated they only want to be evaluated on vocal variety, please use the speech profile available on the base camp. Over to Toastmasters.
Thank you. This speaker is a HR manager. She loves traveling and passionate about playing guitar. And for the cake lovers here, she likes baking. Please put your hands together and welcome Toastmasters Sakshi.
That night in the mid-forest, feeling lost, following the mud path, praying to reach on a safer place. As I anxiously move forward, the branches of the tree hitting me on the face, and I'm breathing heavily. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Have you ever felt lost in life?
Yes.
Not exactly in the jungle, right? Let me take you back to October 2020. I was working in Chandigarh. One fine day, my gym friend invited me for a trek. First, I questioned myself. Am I fit enough to do trekking? I usually get tired after a 2-kilometer walk. Then, I thought, what could possibly go wrong? It would be an adventure, not knowing what could actually go wrong. We settled to a Karol Tibba trek, which is the highest peak in Solan, Himachal Pradesh. We were so excited that we hardly slept a night before our 4 a.m. departure. We started on our scooters at 4 a.m. for around 1 hour and then settled into a car for another hour and a half. At 7 a.m., we finally reached Solan, ready to conquer the world, at least the mountains. We asked a boy passing by about the trek. He said, it's a 2-hour trek, madam, 4 kilometers maximum. Listening this, we started from the farther point, then the actual point, thinking more ground equals more fun. As we started the trek, we captured amazing views and the little adorable creatures. Music played, चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में बदलते दिल के तराने लिए. After climbing 1.5 hours, we felt hungry. We found a perfect spot and ate the sandwiches which we prepared the day before. We laid down and said, this is the life. We have almost covered 4 kilometers and still couldn't see the summit. The doubt started creeping in. Are we heading in the right direction? And after some time, We reached to a place where there was nothing but a 5 feet tall hill, and I was wondering what to do. Just then, my friend said, "Don't worry, Sakshi, I'm there. Just put your leg here and climb." I was wondering she could actually manage my weight, but looking at her confidence, I trusted her, and we were able to climb that 5 feet tall hill. We pressed on for 2 more hours, engulfed in trees, not finding any people around, and cannot see the destination. All my anxiety began to wane and anxiety creeping in. What if suddenly a bear comes in front of us? What if we had to eat each other for survival? Just then, when I was thinking who tasted better, we found another group of travelers who were as lost and bewildered as we were. I was relieved I don't need to eat my friend. We rallied together, united in confusion, and our fear became our strength. We managed to reach the summit after climbing 15 kilometers. But after watching the view from the top, it made it all worth it. You think this is it? While returning, guess what? We again got lost. This time, we reached a crossroad with 5 different directions, just like our Southern Circle, and none of which looked familiar. We were thinking what to do, and again we found a group of travelers. Amongst them, one Sardarji said he'd know the way. Looking at his confidence, we all followed him. After trekking for another 45 minutes, we all reached back to the same spot where we started. We all looked at him in anger, and he stuck to a pose in embarrassment and confusion. Our cell phone dead, engulfed in trees, and the branches of the tree hitting us on the faces. We followed the mud path and finally reached the summit at 7 p.m. We remembered the boy in the morning who said, "It's just a 2-hour trek, madam," which morphed us into a 12-hour epic saga. A week after, at gym, when I was running and got tired after 2 kilometers, I remembered the lesson which I learned from the trek. My limits are not 2 kilometers, it's 30 kilometers. You need to try your limits to know your limits. Challenge your limits and trust your instincts. You might find that your actual limits are much greater than what is there in your mind. Thank you. Over to you.
It was a wonderful speech. So we come to the end of our first session. Now we move on to the second session, that is the table topic session. To run this session, we have a table topic master who is a HR manager at Infocom. She's done her diploma in counseling skills at Banjara Academy. She is passionate about storytelling and of course a voracious reader too. Please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Jyothi Rao. So, for today's table topic session, I request Raja to read out the guidelines.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate her ability to listen to what others say. Notes for the evaluator. The member completing this project is practicing active listening. At your club meeting today, she is leading table topics. Listen for a well-run table topic session. As table topic master, the member should make short affirming statements after each speaker completes an impromptu speech indicating she heard and understood each speaker. For example, the member may say, thank you Toastmaster Smith for your comments on visiting the beach. It sounds like you really appreciate how much your dog loves to play in the water. The goal for the member is to clearly show that she listened and can use some of the active listening skills discussed in the project. The member completing the project is the only person who needs to show active listening. The member should not try to teach or have other demonstrate active listening skills. The member should follow all established protocols of a table topic session. All the best to the table topic speaker.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Time is just an illusion. We need to live in the now and here moment, the present moment. And that is what table topics teaches us to do. Whatever the topic, no matter how it might sound to you, how it might seem to you, do not enter the neighborhood of despair, my dear Toastmasters. Just stay grounded for those 2 minutes and surely you will see a change in yourself. So let's not waste any further moment and start with the table topic. The first topic is, there is no place like home. There is no place like home, and this goes to Toastmaster Jia.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. What is home? There is a subtle difference between a house and a home. House is 4 walls built with cement and water and whatever elements are used. A home is where you have father as your back. Whatever happens, someone hits you or someone scolded you, you run to your dad because you know that he is the one who will save me from that event. And a mother, what do I tell about a mother? She is the one who contributes 100% to make a house a home. She is the one who acts as an HR manager for the house to make it as a home. And a sibling, no matter how bad we fight with them, but at the end of the day, he is the one or she is the one with whom you love to spend your time with. Is there some other place with, just like our house, it's like our home? No. So, no matter how long you want, like a vacation, no matter what vacation you want to refresh your mind, but a home is something at the end of the day you want to come back to. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters dear. You seem to be very happy and comfortable with your loving family, parents and siblings, and be at home. So the next topic is, 2 wrongs don't make a right. 2 wrongs don't make a right goes to Toastmaster Madhu.
I was actually dreading this topic. I heard this, I sat there and I'm like, okay, let this not be me because nothing is flashing in my mind. 2 wrongs
Don't make a right.
don't make a right. It's only in mathematics that 2 wrongs make a right. Minus into minus plus, but in life, I don't think that's the case, because two wrongs never make a right. If you do something wrong, you need to own up and come up with the right decision, or say that, okay, I messed up. But if you try to do wrong thing again, try to hush up your first mistake, that is not the thing to do. That does not solve any issues or problems, and it just perpetuates the situation. So two wrongs, yeah, they never make a right. I've never done two wrongs in my life continuously. So I can't say much. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhu. I get it that you have never done two wrongs at a time, and you believe that to hush up one mistake, we might have to go with the other mistake, and so you do not go with two wrongs. My next topic is better late than never. Better late than never goes to Toastmaster Sachin.
Good evening, everyone. So, the term better late than never. So, after a particular point of time, we all get this feeling that we could have done so many things before and we just missed out on. And so, a similar thing happened to me. Usually, when I was in school, what happened was I was a bit lazy. I just used to attend school, just come back home and just chill out. And one thing I didn't do at school was mainly I used to not participate in extracurricular activities because I just didn't think it was that important. But later, when I joined college, then I started to participate, and then I overcame my fear. And in this way, I started to speak with more people. I got to know a lot of things. I learned a lot of things. So this helped me a lot. So this just shows, yes, I could have started the thing at school itself, but ultimately it's fine. I just forgot, okay, past is the past. This time I have to take this opportunity and I have to participate. So yeah, better late than never. I could have done it before, but at the end of the day, at least I did it at the end. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin. I get that you overcame your fear in college by talking to various people, and that is how you told yourself that it is better late than never, what you could have done at school otherwise. Thank you for that. The next topic is two heads are better than one. Two heads are better than one goes to DTM U Bhat.
Madam Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Two heads are better than
one.
Somehow I don't tend to agree with it, ma'am. I feel that many times two heads will make a thing worse. You take my own case. At my home, if some issue has to be taken, other financial matter or whatever, we think that we'll discuss with our wife to get some better idea. So two heads are better than one. Do you agree? I don't think that ends it that way. What you end up with is a worse situation. You never reach a consensus. Two heads will never be better than one. Ultimately, one person should take some decision. He has to think over and discuss, maybe collect data from here and there and from everywhere, internet, wherever you collect data. But if you start discussing it, particularly, and I'm telling a scenario of home, where you discuss with your wife, and you will never reach a consensus. Definitely, I feel that in such a situation, two heads are definitely not better than one. I think that always you should be responsible for your decision, think about it, analyze it in all its context, understand it, analyze it, and come to some conclusion and take the decision and own it up and proceed further. And then you can take responsibility for it. If two heads are there, ultimately if something goes wrong, there are no takers for the person who is responsible for it. Nobody is responsible because I told you this is not happening. They will come and you blame your wife blames you. So ultimately you will never reach a consensus or a conclusion. So my personal opinion is two heads are madam is definitely not better than one. Always a singular decision. Take your it with all the responsibility, with all analysis. That's my take on that. Back to you.
Thank you, DT and U Bhat. I understand, particularly when it comes to having a decision with our spouse, one head is better than two, and the person needs to take up responsibility of the decision and face it. Thank you for that. The next topic is, there is no such thing as free food. There is no such thing as free food goes to Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. There is nothing like free in our life. Some things are also available free. Which are those things? Can anybody tell me? Air. Other one is time. Water you have to pay for that. So nothing comes out of free. Recently in my factory, we thought of serving lunch for the employees. I said, let us collect some nominal fee. Somebody said, if you give it free, it has no meaning and other things. I said, let us put a nominal fee. Otherwise, if you give it free, people may waste the food and other things. For example, take the government comes out with freebies. Lot of freebies are available. It has lost its meaning because anything coming free has no value in our life. It must have some attachment to that. For example, if I give free, suppose I will say I will give free, then I have to say you must pass exam. Then if you pass exam, then only I will give free. Put attachments. When you give it free, we must get some back to the society. Then only it will be helpful. Otherwise, it has no meaning and value here. So, what are the other things we can come freely, which we can in our day-to-day life? Everything must have a value. If you want to fix value, there should be a chargeable unit for that. If the electricity comes, one of my friend being a director, he gets free this thing. He gets a lakhs of rupees salary, but his electricity is free. That is what the government is doing. Because it is giving free, it is supplying not a quality supply and not regular supply we are giving. Because he is giving it free, we are all suffering with that one. My dear friends, you don't accept anything free from you. If it comes free means there is a danger behind it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa. I understand that anything given free has no value and some charges should be applicable to whatever we get in life. Thank you for that. The next topic is, laughter is the best medicine. Laughter is the best medicine goes to Toastmaster Pavani.
A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Laughter is the best medicine. Whenever you're stressed or something, what makes you happy or what do you do? Anyone? Walk.
Call a friend.
Call a friend.
Comedy
Eat.
show.
Nice.
Gossiping.
So for me, whenever I'm stressed, I want to come out of that zone. So I make sure something I do that makes me laugh, so that my mind gets diverted and I'm not stressed about it anymore. So laughter is the best medicine, even when you're stressed or anything for that matter. Just to come out of that zone, make sure you push yourself out of your comfort zone, or just go talk to someone, as Sakshi mentioned. And yeah, laughter is the best medicine. Back to you, table topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pavani. I understand that one should divert their mind whenever in stress, and that can happen through laughter, which also helps us to go out of our comfort zone. Thank you for that. The next topic is, there is no time like the present time. There is no time like the present time goes to Toastmaster Rachana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi. There is no time like the present time. Recently, I've started to agree more and more with that saying. My mother is very heavily into meditation and all of that comes with it. And so I've been recently reading a bit more about it, practicing myself. And I guess the core learning that it tries to convey is that the present is all you have. The past is gone, the future is not yet here. Just focus on the present, and that's all you can do. I forgot if someone's styling me, but I'm just going to continue. So, yeah, and I think it's something I understand at a intellectual level. It's not something that I've understood experientially yet. Sometimes when you're in the middle of a bad, when you're going through a bad phase, it's easy to tell yourself that, just stay in the present, don't worry about the future. But I think I've yet to get to that stage where I can really believe it myself. But yeah, to sum up, I think it's a great message and learning to live by if we can actually understand it at a deeper level. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rachana. I understand that you are practicing meditation to help yourself to reach a deeper level in your life. Thank you for that. My next topic is, good things come to those who wait. Good things come to those who wait goes to Toastmaster Apoorva.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Like what our fellow Toastmaster Arundas told in the speech, stage fear blocks the mind. So let me implement what the measures he gave. Let me tell myself I'm excited and not scared. So that's one thing I get some idea out of it now. Good things come to those who wait. I actually don't believe in that. I don't think good things come to those who wait. It's not just waiting, you need to put your effort, you need to put the effort towards the goal, work towards it, take the necessary measures, focus, use your determination to achieve it. Only then it comes to you. If you are sitting idle, sitting around not doing anything, I'm so sure nothing will come to you unless you put in the effort and you plan how you want to move forward in life, how you want to achieve that goal and work towards it. That's when you get good things in life. I strongly believe that. And there was a time maybe I believed this idea that good things come to people who wait, who are very good. I mean, it's totally false. They say, Kali Yoga, whatever. Not at all. It doesn't come. Nothing comes. If you're good, you need to be smart, is what I really feel. That you need to be smart in every aspect of your life, in whatever you're doing. So yeah, that's my take. I believe that good things don't come. You need to put your effort, work towards it, and then You will surely, hopefully, if luck is also on your side, luck, effort, everything, then maybe good things will happen to us. Thank you, and over to the table topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Apoorva. I hear you that you need to put in lots of efforts, determination and planning to get good things. That is the only moment when good things comes to you. Also, sometimes luck needs to be added. Thank you for that. And the next topic is beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder goes to Toastmaster Akshay.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. It literally means thinking something is beautiful is a perspective. Someone can feel that Taj Mahal is beautiful, and someone can feel that it is not a representation of love, it is not, and it is a waste monument considering it as seventh wonder of the world. Someone might feel a rose is beautiful, and a person with pollen allergies might feel the flower is not beautiful. And a drawing drawn by a kid will be always beautiful for his mother and a father. And it might not be so pleasing to others who are seeing it. So thinking something as beautiful is a perspective, rather than whether it is really beautiful or not. There is a saying in Kannada which goes, "Ettorige egna muttu." It literally means, for a parent, however the child is, they will always love the kid. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay. You think beauty is perspective rather than if it actually is or not, as compared, like the comparison that you gave was for parents, their child is the most beautiful person on the earth. Thank you for that. And my last topic goes to, the topic is absence makes the heart grow fonder. Absence makes the heart grow fonder goes to Toastmaster Latha.
Good evening, table topic masters and my fellow Toastmasters. Absence makes the heart fonder. Agree with it in some way, because I'm trying to make the weight on my body being absent away from my body from a very long time, which is not happening. And the more my weight is getting stubborn, the more I want it to be absent from my body. But this is not happening. So I'm trying a lot of methods. Like, I follow Apoorva a lot on Instagram, so I see a lot of her videos. She's doing yoga and she's doing a lot of exercise, and she always believes that a day is being wasted if you don't do any fitness. So I try doing that, but I'm not trying to reach the way she is. So that absence is killing me a lot, and what to talk more? This is like one topic. I tell my weight, please go away. I'm doing so much to push you away from my body. I'm doing a diet, I do exercise, I do walking. I do everything possible to throw it away from my body or make it absent from my body, look it absent from my body, but nothing is happening. So with all of you guys present in the class, you guys also can request my body weight to please be absent from my body, so that next in the coming sessions, I don't occupy the whole lectern behind it. At least little I go somewhere nearby Apoorva, and we look at twins in the future. Thank you.
Toastmaster Latha, I get it that you're doing a lot of things and trying a lot to reduce your weight. And with that, I come to the end of our session and give back the lectern to the Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Prashant.
For that thought-provoking topics and a wonderful session, let's give one more round of applause. Now let's have a 10 minutes networking break and come back re-energized. So I welcome you all back to one of the most important session, that is the general evaluation session. To conduct this, we have Toastmaster, who is a full stack software developer from Bangalore, and he's working for Business as part of the growth team. So whenever he has spare time, he loves to spend reading classics and of course non-fiction also. So anybody here, whenever you want to go for a swim or a run, he is always open for it. Please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Chetan.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Let's talk about how we did today. We'll start with our guest, who we did not introduce. Could you give us a 2-minute intro about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Vaibhav CV. I'm from NIT Surandkal. I studied metallurgy and materials engineering. So I joined Mecon 2 weeks back as a management trainee. So I'll be here.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay, let's start off with the business session. We have one pressing issue regarding the renewals. We do have a lot of EC members also who have not renewed yet. We have a lot of folks who haven't renewed. I think it's high time. We have 4 hours left today. I wish we could send a more pressing message somehow. So let's figure that out. The video will come out much later. The other pressing issue was regarding our EC members not giving any speeches at all and progressing in our pathways. I think we should take that up a bit more seriously. I'm guilty of that as well. So we'll do that. So let's start off with our Sergeant at Arms, Shreya Rao. The energy she brings to the table is always game-changing, I would say. She's opening the meeting and she kicked it off beautifully. She spoke about the theme, she spoke about a current issue, social media addiction, and how she's installing apps to deal with apps. So, great stuff about Shreya. Good intro to the president, no chit, nothing. She's introducing him well. So, good work to her. Let's move on to the presidential address and the secretary's report to Toastmaster Latha. Just one feedback for you. There's no point in talking about the business session of the first meeting, right? Where about the upcoming contest, which is already over now. That could have saved probably 40-45 seconds, where most people will completely switch off for sure. So I think you can definitely pick up parts of the secretary's report that are completely unnecessary and not read them at all. Right? Let's move on to the actual presidential address itself. Toastmaster Shiva, I'm not supposed to evaluate your address, but let me just say it was very good. I like taking the concept of friction and using it metaphorically. It's not something that I would have ever done. Like I would have gone the Newton route and gone hardcore. But well done, and I thoroughly enjoyed what you said. And the takeaway was good as well, that knowing your audience is critical. With that, you introduced the Toastmaster of the day, Prashanth. Toastmaster Prashant, firstly, great tie. I absolutely love it. I just can't stop looking at it. Now, just one thing I wish you would improve. I wish you would bring more energy to your speech. Your content is top notch. You spoke about the origin of friction fixing, which is an interesting concept. I had never heard of this before, and I loved it. I loved how you actually brought the history here. And you got in a little humor as well, mouse clicks to change diapers. It's not something you hear every day. And a slightly better transition to Ralsei's medley could have been asked for, but otherwise, I think great effort overall. I thoroughly enjoyed your content. With that, let's move on to our prepared speeches. So let's hear from the first evaluator, Toastmaster Saketh.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Arundas. Before giving any speech, it's just based on the title of the speech. And you had an amazing title, The Signs of Stage Fright, Evolving Fear into Confidence. It kind of made me curious on how you will help us remove the fear and encourage us with confidence to get rid of the stage fright. And even before you started your speech, you came here with confidence. And that showed that you know the topic and you know what you're going to talk about. So that's amazing. And you had a very structured speech. You knew when to talk when and what topic to bring out. And you were engaged with the audience. You had everyone at your side. Everyone was looking at you and you knew what you were talking. And you had humor sprinkled here and there. Now, where you could have improved is when you started your speech, you started with a low pitch. And for a second, I was lost whether you started or not. So you can start with a high pitch saying, for example, my fear for stage fright began in 3rd grade. So that helps everyone to know that you started and everyone has to stay attentive. Even when it came to the ending part, when you're giving a message, it felt there was a very low pitch. So like for example, you could have done it with the pause and the high pitch. Like after giving your speech, you could have said, fear is not the enemy, it is the catalyst for growth. So the beginning and when you're giving the message, a high pitch would have been better. And when you were giving a speech, you're going back and forth. So you can avoid that. So you could have stood like here. And when you were moving, you're transition from single cell to the different parts of it, or to how to face fear, how to face a predator. So you could have slowly moved, you could have used the stage better. And throughout your speech, you had basically and right quite a few times. So you can avoid using these crutch words or repeated words. And lastly, you can avoid, you can keep your phone on silent. So, overall summary, you were confident, amazing title, you were engaging, you had amazing humor. Where you can improve on is high pitch at the beginning and the message. And avoid going back and forth and the crutch words and repeat it, and keep your phone on silent when giving a speech. Thank you.
I'd like to add a couple of things to what Saketh said. Firstly, your takeaway from the speech for all of us was excellent. The concept of beginners having more energy and not knowing what to do with it, I have never thought of stage fright that way. It's a beautiful way of thinking. I thank you so much for that. It's truly something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And I love the quotes. And yeah, I think it's a great speech. Your smile is great as well. So let's evaluate Toastmasters Saketh, the evaluator himself. Firstly, good points regarding what he said well, what he could improve with, and the summary. You did all three things well. Just one thing I'd like to call out. You said high pitch, but you demonstrated high volume. So I think you want to be clear which way you want to go, the pitch or volume, right? But otherwise, a good evaluation. I think you can work on being a bit more structured, like transitioning from part to part, but good evaluation otherwise. And for the second speech by Toastmaster Sakshi, can we have distinguished Toastmaster K Prabhakara?
Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and Toastmasters Sakshi Gupta in particular. The idea behind the speech was best expressed in the conclusion. Try your limit to know your limit. And to drive that point, the title of the story used was Trek Without Tribes. The title expressed everything. The conclusion drove home that point. The idea, the specification says based on her body language, which was remarkably done well. It was uninhibited, very rare exhibition of such things. And when it came to, that was best expressed while dancing, little bit of movement also, where she said that she is not really concerned who thinks what about her. And she was involved in the story when she's 7 feet, 5 feet, such things. That was the one that made the speech very remarkable, and we felt that she was very endearing in the process. And the endearment comes from being involved in delivering a speech. And that was very, very well done. When it comes to a little bit of improvement, I would say her pitch was very, very good, but variation in voice depending on the circumstance or on the person she was having a dialogue with, that could have come through, and that can be incorporated more as a suggestion by incorporating the dialogue. If you are meeting a kid, they say it's a map, it's only 2 kilometers. You just change. You get the other man to say that, how can we return to the place? Oh, it is very close by. You see, you change the voice a little bit, circumstances also changes. Incorporate dialogue, it is more to say about that. And that was what stood out to me, or for anybody watching that. It was a kind of a drama, and more so, she was holding up what excellent preparation can do for a speaker. She held up that value, and I felt it's a very memorable speech. All the best to the speaker. Over to
Total masterclass in evaluation. Honestly, I have nothing to add. I think I thoroughly enjoyed listening to it. Let's move on to our table topic master, Toastmaster Jyothi. Great intro. Oh yeah, this has to be evaluated by Toastmaster Raja, my apologies.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Congratulations, Jyothi, on completing and fulfilling the purpose of this particular project. It was well done. So I would say you fulfilled the purpose. The areas that she excelled at, number one, the topics were very clear. Nobody came and here, what was the topic again, which we usually see in previous sessions or some of the sessions, right? And then affirming statements, which she's supposed to say after each speaker. How many times we go back to the seat and then we have the table topic master saying, yes, what you said is good. And then we start feeling good. So that was her project speech, and she did that very well. And active listening to all speakers' speeches, like when they're speaking. So I was noticing, everybody is noticing the speaker, I'm noticing Jyothi. is she noticing the speaker or is she doing something else? But no, she was nodding the head, she was actively listening to that. So all of these things she did very good. Now, this project, it's really hard to be critical on where are the areas that you can improve upon. But if I have to say, since you are already an experienced Toastmaster, there were certain lines which were a little repetitive. For example, you started saying like, I understand that. And there's no wrong, it's not wrong in saying that, but it became little repetitive. By the phrase, whatever you are saying, people understand that you understood that. You don't have to every time say, I understand that. You made a little bit of change here and there, like you said, I hear you. But instead of that, you could directly could have gone into that. For example, instead of saying, I get that you overcame your fear in college by talking to various people. Instead of that, thanks for sharing your experience on how you overcame your fear in college, right? There is another example I can give. I understand that practicing meditation to reach deeper level in life. So instead of that, you can say that directly start with that. Practicing meditation indeed can make you reach to the deeper part of life or deeper level in life. So those things you could have done that. This is since you are already an experienced speaker. The another one that I want you to work upon is there were little stammering at certain times when you were saying like either the name of the table topic speaker or when you were about to say the line, there was a little stammering. Maybe that is something that you want to avoid. You want to be clear on what is that you are telling to the audience, because once you stammer a little bit, maybe one time it's okay, but when you do that, the quality goes down. So that you may need to work upon. And if you have to challenge yourself, I felt some of the topics were safer. You took it on the safer side. When you gave the topic, you already know what to speak when the speaker is done with his speech. Maybe that is something that you can work upon. But other than that, the project well delivered. All the best to you.
I thoroughly enjoyed Raja's evaluation. Let me say those tips were very actionable and challenging. A very different line of thought. I liked it. I really did like that. And just to add on one thing to what Toastmaster Raja said, Toastmaster Jyothi, you say I understand after each speaker, but it kind of defeats the purpose, because if you say something that is an inference of what they have said, we understand that you understand. You don't need to say it. But by saying you understand, you already lose us halfway. So you can choose to omit that word, and it will save you, or it will prove active listening without having to do it. Okay, so now that we're done with the main stuff, let's move on to the TAPG team. Let's listen to from our timer, Toastmaster Rachana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chetan. So, the meeting commenced at 6:20 p.m. and the business session, once the business session was done, the official meeting commenced at 6:22 p.m. The welcome by the Sergeant at Arms took 2 minutes 30 seconds when the allotted time was 2 to 3 minutes. The presidential address took 5 minutes when the allotted time was 5 minutes. The report on previous meeting took 4 minutes 20 seconds when the allotted time was 2 minutes. I think that's understandable given that there was more than one meeting to talk about. So the Master of Ceremonies took 12 minutes when the allotted time was 20 minutes. Now coming to the speakers, Toastmaster Sakshi took 6 minutes 54 seconds when the allotted time was 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Arun took 7 minutes 24 seconds when the allotted time was 5 to 7 minutes. And let's come to the table topics. Each speaker's timing is written on the board there. The table topics totally took 24 minutes. Now coming to the evaluations. Toastmaster Prabhakara took 2 minutes 26 seconds when the allotted time was 2 to 3 minutes. Toastmaster Saketh took 3 minutes 5 seconds when the allotted time was 2 to 3 minutes. And Toastmaster Raja took 3 minutes 24 seconds when the allotted time was 2 to 3 minutes. The break took 10 minutes exactly, well done. Toastmaster Chetan so far around 5 to 6 minutes. Thank you.
Toastmaster Rachana has written her what time each person has to take on the top of the sheet for reference, so that when she's reading it out, life could be a lot easier for her. It's a tip that I will remember the next time I'm at home. So next, let's listen from our counter Toastmaster Latha.
Good evening once again. No, good evening. For the meeting number 1284 and being the R counter for today, you guys made, all of you in the present made my task very difficult. Because I was trying to find out the R's, the the crutch words, and I was just trying to observe people having pauses. So it's a detailed report what I'm going to give out now. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Shreya, flawless. President, Toastmaster Shiva, flawless. Master of Ceremonies, that is Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Prashant, you had 2 R's and 1 crutch word. Timer, Toastmaster Rachana, there were 3 R's. Toastmaster Latha, there were 2 R's. Toastmaster Akshay, flawless. Toastmaster Pavani, 1 pause. Speaker 1, that is Toastmaster Arun. There was 1 repeated word, so, multiple times, and right, and basically the crutch words were repeated multiple times. So it's more than 10 times over here. So the crutch words were right and basically. What happens is right and basically can be used in the right context, that doesn't become a crutch word. But if it's used as a filler when you're taking time to think, then that becomes a crutch word. So in that context, I've taken it as multiple times over here. Then Toastmaster Evaluator for speaker number 1, Toastmaster Saketh, you were flawless. Speaker number 2, Toastmaster Sakshi, flawless. Evaluator to Toastmaster speaker number 2, that is DJ K Prabhakara, flawless. Then we have a table topics master, that is Toastmaster Jyothi. You had 2 R's. Speaker number 1, Jia, flawless. Speaker number 2, Toastmaster Madhu. You had 1 pause. And that 1 pause what you had before thinking, I'm considering that whole time as 1 pause because after that you started speaking and there was nothing else after that. Speaker number 3, Toastmaster Sachin. You had 1 repeated word. DTM U Bhat, that is Toastmaster speaker number 4, flawless. Speaker number 5, Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa, flawless. Speaker number 6, Toastmaster Pavani, flawless. Let me remove my glasses, I can't see properly anything. Speaker number 7, Toastmaster Rachana. You had 2 crutch words, that is Speaker number 8, Toastmaster Apoorva. You had 2 R's and you had 2 pauses and you had 2 crutch words, the crutch word being To speaker number 9, Toastmaster Akshay. You had 3 pauses. And speaker number 10, that is me, Toastmaster Latha. I had 1 pause. General Evaluator until now is 1 R and 1 crutch word, that's Toastmaster Raja is evaluated for Table Topics Master, Toastmaster Pavani. He was flawless. And this is my report. Thank you.
Third, let's hear it from our PPE evaluator, Toastmaster Pavani.
Once again, a very good evening, everyone. There was none of the members speaking about sex, religion, or politics. There was no entry or exit during when the speaker was speaking behind the lectern, and no other rules were violated except that one phone ring. Yeah, back to you, gentlemen.
Our final TAPG role taker, the Grammarian Toastmaster Akshay. Firstly, I would like to say today was a lemon.
liminal meeting, because I have noted down as equal as good usages and usages where we could have improved. As a new Toastmaster, I am very happy that we have so many things to learn, because we are here to learn. If we make more mistakes only, we learn better. And I would like to appreciate Raja for using a more standard way of pronouncing repetitive. He used repetitive. Did I pronounce it right?
That's what I said. Repetitive.
Repetitive. Yeah. Thank you. So let me start with the good usages. Dismay, fright, ready to conquer the world, creeping in, lost and wildered, engulf, epic saga, voracious reader, neighborhood of despair, perpetuous in situation, hush up, own it, stubborn, re-energized, pressing issue, Newton root, top notch, catalyst for growth, uninhibited, enduring. And a few of the not so good usages were: spending could have been we were spending, presence in could have been present in, it sent could have been it sends, brain shut down could have been brain shut down, tell your brain you are not nervous could have been tell your brain that you are not nervous, have a smile could have been wear a smile, predator fright could have been predator get frightened, in the mid forest could have been in the middle of the forest, fit enough to do trekking could have been fit enough to trek, not finding any people could have been not finding anyone, and it's not beer, it's bear. It made it all worth it could have been it was all worth it. You know the way could have been he knows the way. Thank you. Sorry. That times word of the day was used. It was once used by our President Toastmaster Shiva and by me, Grammarian.
Dear Toastmasters, please cast your vote on the ballot posted on the group. I should do that also. While we are doing that, I have some feedback from the table topic session for the speakers. There was some great humor distributed throughout the session, like water is charged by our dear Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa. When people are suggesting it's free, he said no, it isn't. And Toastmaster Apoorva, when she came to the stage, she was in a bit of a fit. She was a bit of a fix rather, but she bought her time. She took her time here, and then when she found her footing, she could just go for it after that. And she put in all the learnings that she got today itself, which kudos to her. And Toastmaster Akshay, good opinions. I wish you would hold your ground here. You don't need to be so underconfident. You can hold your ground. And Toastmaster Latha, I enjoyed your self-deprecating humor. It always wins hearts. Yeah, these are some great standouts that I observed during the table topic session. I think with this I evaluated everyone today. Have I missed anything? No, right? Okay, let's give it back to the Master of Ceremonies.
I think today's meeting was simply brilliant. Okay, I thoroughly enjoyed. Before I hand over to the President-elect, I'd like to convey that, if you identify any friction troubles that arise, if you can identify the causes and if you can come up with remedies, I'm sure it will be more productive and time-saving effort, and it will by doing this I think each one of you can have a liminal moment in your leadership journey. With that, I hand over it to the President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. Before we move ahead with the rest of the meeting, we have a special ceremony today for our new members, the induction ceremony, to officially induct them as members. And for this, I invite our senior Toastmaster, DTM K Prabhakara.
Mr. Madhusudan and Mr. Sachin. Membership in Toastmasters is a privilege. The only way to gain benefits of our program is to actively participate. Do you, Mr. Madhusudan and Mr. Sachin, promise to be active members of this club, to attend meetings regularly and prepare fully for your duties? I do. Little louder, sir.
Yeah, I do.
Little more.
I do.
Yeah, you spoke loudly when you were responding to table topic. So.
I do.
Yeah. Do you members? Do you promise to fulfill other points of Toastmasters promise? I do.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you have to read it. You have already signed it. Please read it once again. Toastmaster promise is important, but please read. No problem. Now I request all the members to please rise from their seats. Do you members of Mekon Communication Club promise to support Sachin and Madhusudan as they work through Toastmasters program?
Yes.
Please take your seats. It is my pleasure to declare both of you as installed members of Mekon Communication Club.
Thank you, DTM K Prabhakara, for doing the honors. And I wish both our new members, extremely talented members, all the best in the future as well. So moving on, general comments about today's meeting. I still remember the first time I attended this meeting. I was seated right where Apoorva was sitting right now. And I wondered how all these people who came and spoke here, how come they have prepared so much? When did they get the time to do it? I left in awe that day, right? If I take up one of these roles, I'll have to do a great job. I felt like that today, right? And I hope to have given that feeling to our solitary guest in our meeting today as well. Something to take back from the meetings. So with that, let us jump into the winners of today's meeting. I've got 21 responses, so yeah, fair enough. Best role taker, TAPG. Okay. Yes, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, and for that beautiful Grammarian's report, Toastmasters. Best role taker, MTG. Okay. The debutant in the room. There was absolutely nothing missing from his evaluation except maybe applauding for each role taker after. So it goes to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Chetan. The best table topic speaker for today. There's a tie. Okay, there's a tie between someone who reminded us that water is not free and told us that Taj Mahal may not be as beautiful. So it goes to Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa and Toastmaster Akshay. best evaluator for today. Yes, so today we had the Clash of the Titans, some of the best evaluators in our club. And a surprising performance. It goes to the person who's giving probably one of his first few evaluations. It goes to Toastmaster Saketh. Finally, the best speaker for today. Okay. This is both the speeches today. I love them. The effort behind them, incredible. But today's vocal variety and body language speech is probably one of the best that I've ever witnessed in our club, and truly deserved. It goes to Toastmaster Sakshi. Congratulations to all the winners, and finally, for a change, we are ending well on time. I request all our members to continue networking downstairs once we're done here. With that, I close meeting number 1380.